life's pace can get crazy. 4:30 wake up, work out at 5, back to the house by 6, out the door, on the train into the city, work until 6, train home, 6:45, 7, depending on the day. Tired, exhausted. And what was interesting is that the quest of all the things I was trying to do and accomplish started becoming less and less of enough to make it worth it. I think unmet expectations, unrealistic expectations, feelings of failure in all sorts of areas, and just feeling like I wasn't getting done or accomplishing what I needed to. And when I wasn't accomplishing, I equated that to self-worth and who I was. So then I'd come home and I was not the best dad, not the best husband, because I was tired, frustrated. And so what happened is my family was getting the worst of me, not the best of me. But I think I just always kind of just wanted more from a stuff perspective. There's been a lot of that's just been a drive to prove myself that I could become successful enough or whatever. And it's crazy to me how you can all of a sudden be pursuing something that you didn't think you were pursuing. But the way I was living was, I'll be happy when, fill in the blank. I'll slow down when, fill in the blank. I'll take time and invest in relationship with Kelly and the kids more when, fill in the blank. That's how I was living. I always thought, I'm not gonna pray about a goal. I'm not gonna pray about work things. Like, he made me, he created humans. Like, he gave us faculty to learn and grow and develop, and I just need to learn and grow and develop. So I got to go apply myself and work hard and do these things. And so there really wasn't much of a relationship with Jesus, my work. It was like that, and then let me go work. And in 2019, I got to a point where I was like, either I need to change jobs, I need to change careers, I need to do something different, or something needs to be different, because I don't want to be doing this when I'm 50, 60, 65. We had taken a day trip up to Lake Michigan to a beach and hung out and had a great time. And it was a Sunday. We drove back and was cleaning out Kelly's Suburban, just, beach bags and sand and whatever, just getting garbage out of the car. And I just had anxiety like I've never had before. Next thing you know, I'm just crying and I have no idea why. Something inside of me is not whole right now. That kind of led me to seeing a counselor, which was really helpful, just to process like things from the past, my own emotions, because I'm a great stuffer. I'll just stuff it down and I don't want to talk about it, deal with it, it's fine, everything's fine. Everything's fine until it's not fine. I think God just used all of those things to help start bringing healing to just who I am and who he made me to be. Well, it's funny because I remember hanging up the phone and I was like, that was weird. I've never met this guy, and but I knew friend to friend. I'm like, but all of a sudden I was like, man, I really hope that this works, because I got a feeling that this is gonna be really, really good. I think one of the things is I was at a place where I was like, things need to change. Something needs to be different. And so I was like, I'm all in. Like, I'm all in on whatever it takes to do that. And I don't know what that means, but I'm all in. Part of the first experience for me was like, dude, just let go. You're here for a defined period of time. Like, just relax. And so even that in and of itself was a very calming thing. And it ended up being very freeing, just very relaxing. So much so that I told Nate and Tim, text Kelly what time we'll come. I'm gonna turn my phone back on the drive home. Text her and tell her, because I don't want to turn my phone back on. I don't want to get sucked back into the vortex of all the things that are there. I was like, I just want to just enjoy this time. I think the first thing was just awareness. Like, man, what would it be like if life was actually like that? What if I could slow down and have some space and have a better rhythm? Yes, that is possible. Yes, that is what Jesus wants for us and calls us to and gives us tools for and equips us. Jesus took time and slowed down and listened and prayed and got away and recharged so that he could be better for the crowds and the people and his disciples and all those things. And so it was that idea of, if I want to have live the life of Jesus and have that life, like I need to start adopting some of that lifestyle. And it's a slower lifestyle than I was used to. Deepening relationships take time. And I know that that's really simple, but I think that I was reminded of that in the same way that we develop relationships with our spouses, with our kids, with our close friends. Like, it doesn't happen from saying hi at church on the weekend or just hanging out a couple times or having a beer in the backyard or whatever. It happens from like extended periods of consistent time. One of the quotes in Ruthless Elimination of Hurry that struck me, that I wrote down, it's actually, he was quoting John Ortberg, but it says, "For most of us, the great danger is not that we'll renounce our faith, it's that we'll become so distracted, rushed, and preoccupied that we'll settle for a mediocre version of it. And we will skim our lives instead of actually living them." And that terrified me. So I was like, man, I don't want to settle. I don't want to rush, preoccupied. Like, I want to live my life. Like, I want life to the full. Life doesn't slow down, but it's funny because it doesn't feel like it used to feel. I don't know that I can pinpoint an exact time that it clicked, but I know that now my mornings are completely different. It might only be 10 minutes, but most of the time it's 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour, and it's just great. It's been a year since Refresh, and I'm married to the same wonderful woman. I have the same 4 beautiful kids. We live in the same great house. I have the same amazing job, and everything is different. It's the same things, but my relationships are different with the people in my life. The relationships with Jesus are different. Before, my life was all about accomplishment, success, things, status, income, and trying to chase ultimately a sense of significance. Now my life is most centered on my relationship with Jesus, my relationship with Kelly and the kids, being present, being joyful in the journey, and truly living like life to the full.